What's up, Rich Squad? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Dominic Rich, and I'm back to do a recap of match day 9 of the 2019 AFC Asian Cup. On match day 9, we had the Group E fixture between North Korea and Qatar, and we also had the second round fixtures in Group F where we saw Oman met Japan and Turkmenistan took on Uzbekistan. Let's start with the Group E fixture between North Korea and Qatar. Remember, North Korea got blown away by Saudi Arabia 4-0, and Qatar brushed aside Lebanon 2-0. But in this game, North Korea got blown away again. They got obliterated 6-0. And Qatar has continued their very convincing run at the 2019 AFC Asian Cup. In this game, we saw Almoez Ali put in his name in the record books when he scored 4 goals. This was also the tournament's first hat-trick. The 22-year-old Al Duhail striker scored his goals in the 9th, the 11th, the 55th, and the 60th minute to send his team into the round of 16. Almoez Ali also put his name into the record books when he became the 5th player to score 4 goals at the Asian Cup. He joins Iran's Betash Fariba, who scored 4 goals in 1980, and Iran's Ali Daei in 1996. Bahrain's Ismail Abdul Latif also scored 4 goals in 2011, while the Jordanian striker Hamza Al-Daldawa scored 4 goals in 2015. Almoez Ali also scored a goal versus Lebanon, which takes his total to 5, and he is now the tournament's leading goal scorer. The other goal scorers for Qatar was Kuki, who scored his goal in the 43rd minute, and the left back Hassan, who bagged his 10th international goal in the 68th minute. This was another horrendous performance by North Korea, who I expected to perform a lot better in this tournament. They were very ill-disciplined throughout the game, picking up unnecessary yellow cards, resulting in some of their players missing the final game. Jung Il-gwan even got sent off late in the game when he picked up a second yellow card, and I'm afraid that will be the end of his tournament, because no way, North Korea are making it to the round of 16. It's not mathematically impossible because they can defeat Lebanon and be one of the best third place teams, but I don't think it's going to happen. With another clinical performance, Qatar are now on top the Group E table with 6 points. They join Saudi Arabia in the round of 16, who are second in the group. We see Lebanon third in the group without a point, and North Korea at the bottom of the group also without a point, with a goal difference of -10. Qatar will face their biggest test of the tournament when they meet Saudi Arabia on Thursday, January the 17th. As for North Korea, they will face Lebanon on the exact day, as both matches will be played simultaneously. As I said earlier, North Korea can still make it to the round of 16, but they will need to play out of their skins. But if I have to give you an early prediction, I'm gonna say Lebanon will brush aside North Korea. For the second match, the 9th fixture, Japan defeated Oman 1-0. Despite picking up 3 points and booking their place into the round of 16, I think Japan should have scored more goals. The game's only goal was scored by Genki Haraguchi in the 28th minute when he converted from the penalty spot. And I think that penalty was kinda soft though. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments section down below. Japan had 11 shots at goal, with 8 of those shots on target. This is comparing to Oman's 6 with 1 on target. Japan had 63% of the possession comparing to Oman's 37, and they had 457 passes comparing to Oman's 265. The game was very physical, with 30 fouls and 5 yellow cards being shown. I expected Japan to win this match, just like I expected them to defeat Turkmenistan, but yet again it was very unconvincing. 3-2 versus Turkmenistan, 1-0 versus Oman. Japan should be brushing aside these teams. No disrespect to Oman and no disrespect to Turkmenistan. It seems like Oman lacks the firepower going forward, and they just rather sit back and soak up pressure and try to break on the counter. So far, it has not worked. With this win, Japan has 6 points and are now second in the table behind Uzbekistan, also on 6. And the fact that they are second in the group tells you how unconvincing they have been despite picking up 2 wins. Oman, who are still in this competition, are third on 0 points, and Turkmenistan at the bottom of the group on 0 points. Japan's final group game will be their sternest test when they meet Uzbekistan on Thursday, January the 17th. Oman and Turkmenistan will also play each other on that exact day. Which brings us to the final second round fixture between Turkmenistan and Uzbekistan. The game ended in a 4-0 win for Uzbekistan. I predicted a draw for this, but I was only being, speculative. I knew that Uzbekistan was gonna win this match, and they did so. Very, very convincingly. Remember, Uzbekistan picked up a win versus Oman in their first fixture when they defeated them 2-1. Turkmenistan lost 2-3 versus Japan, so I expected a better fight versus Uzbekistan. But no, the White Wolves just completely smashed the Emeralds. Sidikov scored in the 17th minute, then Shomurodov in the 24th, Masharipov in the 40th, and Shomarudov in the 42nd. So by the time the referee blew the whistle for the end of the first half, Uzbekistan were already up 4 goals. The wind was already knocked out of Turkmenistan, so they had to just come back and try to stop the leak in the second half. Because the way the tournament has gone so far, even though teams have not won a single game going into their final match, they can still qualify for the round of 16 with a win. When you take a look at the stats, Turkmenistan did not appear to play that badly, but in the first half, they just conceded too many soft goals. They had 12 shots at goal with 3 of those shots on target, comparing to Uzbekistan's 17 with 9 shots on target. Turkmenistan had 43% of the possession, which was not bad compared to Uzbekistan's 57. They had 425 passes compared to Uzbekistan's 561. So the game was kinda, well balanced out. But I think the stat changed more in the second half. But all in all, Turkmenistan failed to threaten the goal like they did versus Japan. Does it tell you that Uzbekistan's defense is very, very good? I'm really looking forward for their fixture versus Japan when they meet on Thursday, January the 17th. Turkmenistan will also face Oman, as both games will be played simultaneously. So with this win, Uzbekistan go on top the table on 6 points, ahead of Japan, who are second, also on 6 points. Both teams have already qualified for the round of 16. In third, we have Oman without a point, and Turkmenistan last in the group without a point. So similar to Group C, D, and E, the top 2 teams have already qualified for the round of 16. So it leaves the bottom 2 teams scrapping to be the best third place teams, and all those teams have 0 points. In Group C, we have Kyrgyzstan facing Philippines. Both teams have 0 points. Group D, Yemen and Vietnam will face each other. They have 0 points. And Group E, Lebanon and North Korea will play each other. They also have 0 points. So with 4 round of 16 spots up for grabs for the best third place teams, Turkmenistan and Oman are very much still in this competition. So now I'm done recapping the Matchday 9 fixtures. Let's do a prediction of the Matchday 10 games. We will have 2 games from Group A between Bahrain and India, and we will see the UAE face Thailand. I really love the way Group A looks right now. We have UAE on top the group on 4 points, India second on 3 points, Thailand third 3 points, and Bahrain at the bottom with 1 point. So realistically, all 4 teams are still in with a shout to qualify for the round of 16 in first or second place. So let's start with the India versus Bahrain fixture. Remember, India defeated Thailand 4-1. Then they lost to the UAE 2-0. For Bahrain, they drew their first match versus the UAE in a 1-1 clash, and then they lost to Thailand in a 1-0 affair. In my opinion, Bahrain should have won their match versus Thailand, but in the end, whoever scores the most goals win, and Bahrain failed to score. So India, I think they were very unlucky not to win versus the UAE, or at least pick up a point. And as I said, Bahrain was very unlucky not to defeat Thailand or also pick up a point. So the group is very, very close. India versus Bahrain. This one is a tricky one to predict. Very, very honest. It's very, very tricky to predict. India had some really good chances to score and defeat UAE. They even struck the crossbar on 2 occasions. For Bahrain, they sent a barrage of shots at Thailand and failed to put any in the back of the net. So 2 teams coming in with a similar story, meeting each other in a crunch match. This one is hard because, you know, I want India to qualify for the round of 16. But Bahrain, they're a tricky team. But I'm going to go for India to make it to the round of 16. The game is going to end in a draw. Bahrain, they're going to suffer heartbreak again. Remember, Bahrain could have qualified for the World Cup in 2006 and then again in 2010, but they missed out. So I think, you know, they're going to follow that exact same narrative and miss out on the round of 16 in this year's competition. So all the best to India. You know, I hope more luck comes your way in this fixture versus Bahrain, because you definitely deserved a better result versus the host UAE. So I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw. India go up to 4 points and they will definitely qualify to the round of 16 with that result. Also in Group A, we see the host UAE taking on Thailand. The War Elephants of Thailand were very unconvincing in their first game versus India, but they fired their coach and they came back and picked up a big result versus Bahrain, even though they were not so convincing. For the UAE, you know, picking up a draw versus Bahrain in their first match, very unconvincing, you know, draw, and then coming back to defeat India in, let's say, in a better fashion, but their defense has holes because they're letting India on quite a few occasions. And a team like Thailand, who passes the ball very well, they're fast and, you know, they do a lot of 1-2 touch things, and they could be very dangerous versus a team like the UAE. But I think the hosts are going to come out victorious in this game and defeat Thailand to go up to 7 points and top the group. So we will see the UAE qualify for the round of 16 in first position. India second, 4 points, also qualifying for the round of 16. Thailand qualifying for the round of 16 with 3 points as one of the best third place teams, and Bahrain with 2 points missing out on the round of 16. So guys, there you have it, my roundup of the Matchday 9 fixtures and my prediction for tomorrow's games. If you're new around here, consider hitting the subscribe button. Smash the thumbs up button if you appreciate the grind. Leave your thoughts and your predictions in the comment section down below. And until tomorrow, peace out. Rich Squad.